How do you get rid of the bottom part then? Oh, there it is. There you go. Okay. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? Gotta have some fun, people. Life's stressful. Sometimes we get our assets kicked. All I can tell you is I created millions and billions. You want to learn to play? We're going to play my way today, okay? Now, we're going to look at the calendar. It's March 10th. Wow, wow, wow. March 10th, 2026. What are we going to do today? Let's see. Here's our problem. Okay, the end of this month is the end of the first quarter. Everything to me is timeline. Let's understand what that means. Okay, start today. I look at March 10th, okay, 2026. What should we do? What's our structure? First thing we have to look at is our structure today. In other words, where are you today? Are you in the millionaire status? In other words, do you have $100,000 coming in automatically? Yes or no? It's very simple. Do you have $100,000 coming in automatically on a monthly basis? I think that's the biggest mistake people do. They don't have that. I don't understand. Let's understand, this is the United States of America Incorporated. We can be incorporated too, because they are. What do we have to do? 50 states, 50 what? Corporations, and cities, corporations as well. So if we look at structure and rules and tools today, we get to do what our country does. We get to incorporate. Okay, what does that mean for us? Think about it today. Okay, do you have $100,000 a month coming in automatically, yes or no? See, I don't want you to understand how you get screwed up today. Now, some of you are going to scroll in and out, now that's fine. You're never going to slow down to get to the point where you're at today, where you're going to be. So what do you get to do? Do we have, and I want to make sure it's clean, so sorry. All right, very simple. I'm going to make sure nice and clean. So now, do you have $100,000? So understand what this means, flat out. Do you have $100,000 coming in on a monthly basis? The answer is probably no. What do we do? I want you to focus on you today. Okay, I want you to think about something. Could you please take that tablet and pen in front of you and write down Puppet Master? Okay, please write it down. 40 years ago, I started a club called the Puppet Master Club. I have 3 presidents in it, in the United States of America, by the way. I have rich and famous people, Dodgers, Lakers, Clippers, and Angels. I am Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. I've created $60 billion of credit for my clients over the years. So the main thing for me is for me to understand, do you have $100,000 coming on a monthly base? See, there's the problem we have. The problem is you don't have it coming in, you should. Everybody in the United States of America should have an income, automatic income. I would like you to write down auto income, if you would, please. Auto income. What does that mean? If you do not have $100,000 a month coming in, I'd like to help you get there. Is that okay? But you have to listen, learn, and do what you're told to do. And I know you're grown up, you're a man, you're a woman, all that in a bag of chips. Problem you have, thank you, Mindy, okay? She's one of our administrators, and that's good. I really appreciate that. Clients volunteer to help me all the time. What a concept. Do you have $100,000 a month coming in? It's a yes or no. And 99% is a no. Why? Why don't you? Why don't you have $100,000 coming in on a monthly basis automatically? It's because you didn't set yourself with auto income. I'm sorry, it's just what happens with all of us, auto income. Let's think about something. How much money have you pissed away in your life? Think about it. What, you're 75, 50, 60, 70 years old, 20, whatever you are? Let's understand. If we structure, builds finance in the dream. See, the biggest problem we have today is you don't have money coming in automatically, all right, to basically do what you want to do. Well, understand, $100,000, write down $100,000 a month. Every month should come in automatically, no matter what you do, as long as you follow through. $100,000. You will become a puppet master. What does that mean? That means you're going to control everything, not own anything. I wrote that 45 years ago, by the way. And as of Sunday, it's now been 50 years helping people. Exactly 50 years. I'm online twice a day, okay, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday classes for free. The classes that I give you, I used to sell for $100,000. The classes I give you usually be about $1,500 a piece, if not more. People pay it all the time. I also belong to another network that actually pays me to help them as well. In tech, it's called Tech. It's just an organization, if you don't know what it is. These are millionaires and billionaires, and I consult them all the time. Okay? And I teach people, and I tell billionaires what to do every day, and millionaires. So if you want to understand, I'm the largest registered agent in the world. I've sold more corporations or gave away than anybody times 10. I've been studying law and accounting so I could barely walk from the moment I got out of hell. See, I didn't like living in a hell, which is being used and abused as a kid. I didn't like eating out of a trash can. I thought it sucked. So if you do not have $100,000 a month coming in, something's wrong. Something is completely wrong with you. Sorry, I want you to look at this. Let's do this, okay? Let's look at $100,000 a year. First of all, that's a year. Fantastic. We focus on that. $100,000 a year. Then we need it per month. Then we need it per week. Then we need it per day. See, this is how I measure time in numbers with myself. I think people, a lot of them lie. I think half the people are freaking lazy. And the problem you have with you is you never created an income coming in automatically. You work your tail off, you get stuck in that rat race, and maybe a job you like or you hate. But what it is for you is to understand. This year, my wife is always telling me how this is my hobby. It's actually been my hobby. Okay, you understand that's what it is. She wants me to go travel next year. She's bugging me for 3 years to travel, all right, on business trips. She hasn't been to basically our castle in Ireland in 9 years now. Okay, a castle, we don't own it. See, I understand Cook Island, Island of Man, Panama, and I do business international all the time. I have since I was a kid. Because my thesis, when I basically did my first thesis, it was international constitutional law. So today, my focus for you is very simple. Do you have $100,000 a month coming in? And the answer is probably no. Why don't you? My first question is you. I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to put yourself in check. Because you, no matter what you do, should have $100,000 per month coming in to take care of your family. Unfortunately, you don't. There's the mistake. Why? My question would be you, why don't you? Why don't you have $100,000 a month coming in? I basically manage companies to do millions and billions of dollars. I am a friggin' puppet master. I have been for 45 years. So I want you to understand Puppet Master Club. Very simple. You can't get into it doing at least $5 million a year because I don't want you in it because you're wasting time. You don't know how to talk, walk, and you're not at that level yet, but you will be if you allow me to help you. But if you don't want to be at that level, that's up to you. You must be doing $100,000 a month and be a $5 million company minimum. So understand what this means. We have to build structure, finance, and dream. $100,000 a month income. That's just simple. But again, how do you do that? Structure builds finance and dream. Your biggest problem in this world is you scroll and look at all these circus clowns that don't know crap. I had my first $1 billion structure at 21 years old. 2.6 billion at 26. I'm the most verified SOB on this planet because I'm an SOB. I am truly an SOB. Born in a taxi, put in a freaking trash can. So your choice is very simple. If you want to get to the $1 million dream, you must have $100,000 a month coming in. 100,000 period. There's no exception. You must have $100,000 a month coming in. Johnny, Dion, or what do we got? We got Minnie, so it's great. And Johnny, all these pieces. And Black King flows is simple. 100,000. It's very simple. I want you to focus. I want you to hear it 1,000,000 times. $100,000 a month and monthly. Structure builds finance and dream. Here's Jay, fantastic Jay. See, most of the clients, basically the new ones, are getting their foundation done. They're going to get knocked down. They're going to trip on their own feet. They're going to learn, listen again and again and again to get it right. But again, if we ever want to be a puppet master, it is $100,000 right, per month to the corporation or LLC, or whatever you want to call it. 100,000. Then you must design your paycheck. Your paycheck is very simple. You're going to offset your paycheck with your house payment and get your money back anyway. You're going to learn tax balancing. Why are you on YouTube, of course? Well, that's very simple. I wanted to help people. Why are you here today? You want to listen and learn or just go away? Okay? I think that's kind of a dumb question. I decided to be on YouTube, all right, and I decided to be on TikTok 16 weeks ago. This is my 16th week to basically trying this, see if I like it. I'm used to just writing checks for radio and TV for millions and millions of dollars. Very simple. So again, if you want to listen and learn, that's good. Okay, again, basically we have to stay focused. Now, I will get 1 or 2 turds every day, no matter what I say. There's always a turd trying to knock you down and get in your way. The old days, we just, like I said before, we'd spin kick them in the, can't do that nowadays. You can't fight for what you want. Today, you have to blah, blah, blah. When I went to school in Torrance, Watts, and Long Beach, you had to kick it or run. I never wanted to run. I'd kick it instead. But again, I only have 12 national kickboxing titles. I've been in martial arts since I was 4 years old, being a freaking janitor. I'm not afraid from a fight. I've been shot 3 times with a freaking gun. I've been knifed 6 times, and damn it, you better get off your assets and go get it. But that's your problem. You gotta fight for what you want. This world is mean and cruel, and they don't give a damn about anybody. Your friends and family probably ripped you off. And you're like, oh, then you watch a bunch of clowns online going, oh, looky, don't buy a house, okay? Oh, sell me the water. Ay, ay, ay. Biggest clown I ever saw in my life. Your goal should be very simple today. $100,000 per month to the organization and design your paycheck. Now that's what you need. But again, you're going to build it up to $5 million because IRS says $5 million below a small company. We're going to do what they actually say. Now, if the United States of America Incorporated can do a corporation, have states, and have cities corporations as well, so can you. You are we the people. We the people, the Constitution are right, that's what you get to do. But again, do you have $100,000 a month coming in? The answer is probably no. That's your biggest mistake. No matter how life kicks your assets, you need $100,000 a month income per the corporation or LLC, whatever you want to call it today, per month, flat out. So again, you're going to knock yourself and get knocked down all the time. You're not going to get where you want to go because you don't have structure, finance, and dream. Structure builds finance and dream. Let's write it down. If I structure myself, I can finance and I can obtain my dream. What is that dream? Pieces we learn, basically how we play this game to win. So what is our goal? So again, I want my team to research. Why are you bothering waste my time? Again, if you got the guts, all right, to get to where you want to go and be knocked down 1,000 times, you'll win. If we don't have the guts, then it's not for you. But again, how you play the game. Say hi, how you doing? Now, there's so many people scrolling all the time. I'm sorry I can't say hi to Jay, Mindy, all right, Kim, and Johnny, and this all the time. But Kim, I want to focus on what I'm trying to get you to understand. $100,000 a month. All right, I got an LLC. Fantastic. Tell me which type you have. There are 9 types of LLCs. 9. Which kind do you have? Again, how does the LLC get started? Sole proprietor became an LLC. LLC stands for Limited Liability Company, and one of the books from the Supreme Court says it's a corporation. They classified it as well, so who cares? If an LLC is done today and you have one, you probably named it after you. That's dumb number 1. You probably name what it does, dumb number 2. And then you actually do business as the LLC, dumb number 3. See, when they sue it, they sue you. That's how it works. They sue the LLC. It's online, Secretary of State's website. Then you have all these circus clowns going, oh, you protect you. Get one from Wyoming. No, yeah, you don't need Wyoming unless you live there. Again, all right, one corp protecting the other corp. Huh. I wonder what happened to Al Capone in depositions. I wonder why his attorney turned on him, okay, then was murdered at his front door, and his son, the pilot, that basically being the O'Hare Airport. See, that was his son, by the way. If you don't know that, they named it after him. So if you focus on structure, dream, you can get there. But your problem is your setup sucks. What does that mean? So if someone says an LLC protects you, let me tell you something. When they bankrupt the LLC, they bankrupt you. You sign for the building, you sign for the credit card, you sign for the car. So everything's going to go you. So if you don't believe that, it's very simple. So your choice is very simple. It's like, here's Joel, David, good morning, basically, blah, blah, good morning. Again, I'm not going to be able to say hi to everybody. So again, hi to everybody. It's simple. I'll say it that way. Do we have $100,000 a month coming in? The biggest mistake for everybody, every grown-up, every man, and every woman, you need auto income. Auto income solves problems. But when you don't have it, you have a problem because every time there's a bumpity bump, it brings the pain you and home. We should never bring the pain home. Let's write it down. Never bring the pain home. But again, this is a choice. So guess what we get to do? If we do this correctly, all right, finance builds dreams, and what is structure, finance, and dream. So let's write down our goal today. $100,000 of income per month. Auto income. Let's write it down. If we have that, we can accomplish the world. We can build it up and away. How do we build it from there? Well, our goal is simple. I started the Puppet Master Club 45 years ago. What it is very simple. People like myself, we control assets. We own nothing. We put nothing in our name because we don't believe in dumb. Sorry, it's just the way it is. You should not own anything, but you should control everything. I wrote that 45 years ago. Now you have these two silly books about trust, irrevocable trust, and there's mistakes in both books. They're crap. That's just my opinion. They're crap. But you do need an irrevocable trust. But you got to build your structure to build the finance and the dream. Now, we talk about LLC. Okay, all right, what about LLP? Let's write these down. There are 6 categories to build foundation, to build structure and dream. Structure, finance, dream. All right, LLC's one. 9 types, again, is what you have if you do. You have an LLP. You have a C Corp. You have an S Corp. You have a nonprofit, or you have a PC. So every one of these categories, Supreme Court public record, not here to be safe an attorney, says it's a legal person. Okay, if these are on, now understand, you file at state level. Every corporation or entity I just mentioned is on filing at state level. That means it's on the Secretary of State's website. They show your social security number. No, they show your what? They show your name. They show an officer's list. So they show that you are the founder. Oh, I'm going to have a registered agent. That's disclosed you anyway. So why would you waste the fee when you're going to serve the papers anyway? They're going to give it to you in the first place. Be your own registered agent, saves money. In the link tree below, and subscribe or basically share the live, I will give you articles for free. Free. Any state, any type you want, free. It's right there. So again, my first corporation was Helping Hand Industries. Okay, I did it for $10. Nowadays it is $30. So if you wanted a corporation or LLC, you file it. It's like $100 or $30. That's the average. I want to see if this is scrolling up. Yeah, okay. So what do we do? If we built the foundation, all right, structure foundation, we could actually accomplish the dream. What does this mean? So let's think today you have an LLC. Which everybody, I want the LLC, I want 5 of these. I think that's called dumb. In California, you had 5 LLCs. It cost you $5,000 a year. Why? Because they charge up to $1,000 as a franchise tax fee. And I think that sucks. California is basically overtaxing crap. I was born and raised here, born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital, thrown in a trash can. So don't give me about your sad story because nobody gives a damn anyway. I don't think anybody cares about your sad story. So again, that's just my opinion because I know what no one gives a shit about me. You know, crap, all right? So what do? If we have one of these entities, again, we wrote it down, we could build structure, finance, and dream. What do we do next? Now we go back to you. Let's write down you are a CFO. That means Chief Financial Officer for your family, You're in charge of your family, your finance and everything that's in charge of you. You have to be in charge of you. That's the goal, okay? On the other side, you're going to go over here and you're going to get basic structure for your LLC, C Corp, whatever you have. You have to be a double CFO. So let's do this. Understand, double CFO. Family, all right, corporation or structure, LLC. God, family, money. I'm going to tell you how I do things myself. God, family, money. So it is. So again, we're going to build structure here for family, structure here for corporation. We're going to create $100,000 a month. If you're not going to want $100,000 a month, you're wasting your time with me because you need to go watch a bunch of circus clowns and do what you're doing today, which means you're doing diddly squat. So if you're serious enough, we're going to focus on double CFO. You're going to focus on CFO for your organization, LLC, S Corp, whatever it is, and you're going to build this up. Here, we have to be CFO for family. We must take care of family first, but at the same time, we can build both. But it's up to you. What do? Number 1, this book is going to tell you about your personal credit and your corporation and what you need to structure to be a CFO for both. So again, you're going to download the book for free, and the open market is basically about $25. I've written 67 books so far, and I have other books being edited today. So guess what? Let's look at our time zone right now. We have 3:39 in the morning. 3:39 in the morning. Got it so far? I'm up every day at 1:45 in the morning. I always have been up early. I get 3 hours sleep. That's all I need. Anything else besides that, it's a waste of my damn time. So maybe 4 at the most, okay? So again, what do we focus on? Get this book today, download it, it's free, you save yourself 25 bucks. This is called Starting It Right for your kids, high school, college, and download it for you as well. I would like you to take this book, and I'd like you to put in your email and send it to everybody for free. Give it to them for free. They'd actually appreciate it, and maybe appreciate it as well. That's the first goal. So if we're going to structure a CFO personally CFO, family, God, family, money, then we're going to build here at the same time. This is the LLC, C Corp, S Corp, whatever you have over here. You have to be a double CFO. Write it down. Your goal is very simple. You should want $100,000 a month in a month. That's it, 100,000. What does that mean? If we go back to history, in 1976, my first series was this. It was called Winning the Game of Business. In 1976, I released this to help people to understand how they can build structures and corporations working basically in conjunction. So again, at the time I released this in 1976, I have over $1 million in the bank. I'm driving a Lamborghini Countach, going to college part-time, going to Coast College. I tested out at T-Weaker Junior High. Never went to high school, you wasted my time. I've been studying law and accounting since I could walk because I wanted out of hell. I truly wanted out of hell. Being used and abused, homeless, you didn't have a trash can, sucks. All right, I didn't like that hell I was living in. So again, this came out in 1976. Okay, very simple. And I was 16 years old. 16. So when some dummy says, how was it easier today or before? It's easier every time you want with knowledge. Knowledge is finance and dream. Structure, finance, dream. Structure, finance, dream. See, there's the problem. See, the reality is you should have got this in 1976, but half of you weren't even born yet. So what do? So my info commercial, basically, we got done doing one at the Marriott over there in Dana Point. It was a nice, beautiful area. And Pam, she says, we're done shooting for the info commercial. I said, but wait, there's more. Ever since then, it's been, wait, there's more. I am the largest registered agent in the world. I've sold more corporations on planet Earth than anybody. I incorporate rich and famous people and presidents of the United States of America. Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, Angels. I've built $60 billion of credit for my clients and myself over the last 50 years. So if you want to pay attention, your goal is simple. $100,000 a month to your organization here. You're a double CFO here, family, God, family, money, and a CFO here. You have to be a double CFO if you want to do this. If you don't, it's not going to happen. It'll never happen unless you focus on that structure, finance, stream. Structure, finance, stream. Now, what do? Again, I said, get this book from the download it, save yourself 25 bucks. Very simple. If you get stuck, can't find it in the link tree, it's very simple. Or you can't find it as you download, it's easy. All you have to do, one of my customers here will help you as well. The other thing is, basically, you can always call the office. All right, so the phone number is right at the top there as well, 800-254-9506. But you cannot call for about 2.5 hours. Nobody's here yet. Now, if you have crappy credit, I'd like you not to hire a credit repair company. Why? Because I don't believe they work. Okay? Since I, Ray Reynolds, Godfather Credit, helped set up this system in the 80s and 70s. In the 70s, late 70s, I am the trainer for Ken Yarborough. He was security chief at TRW and Aspirian. All right, from there. Now, I never worked for Aspirian. I worked for him as a coach, consultant for TRW back in the 70s and 80s. I wrote all cards fluctuate. Write it down. Write it down. You need a sticky. You're going to become a CFO. Your goal in the next 12 months is to get $100,000 a month income. 12 months, $100,000. You got to get something done because what you're doing today sucks, in my opinion. I wrote the oldest card, and all cards fluctuate. A sticky beyond the card. Sticky. What does that mean? Very simple. This is a $10,000 card. This is a 50. Very simple, 50. So what do we look at? Number one thing. If I take this $10,000 card past $2,900, I will be in the yellow. If I take it to $5,000, I'm in the red. Your utilization is why you screwed up. And I'm going to tell you flat out, your utilization is why you screwed up. So we're going to teach you how to get past that as well. So the sticky time. Today at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to demonstrate a blueprint of you being a double CFO. I'm going to be there for an hour and a half, and I'm going to go back and forth for you and the corporation and structure to help you create $100,000 a month. Would you like $100,000 a month? Yes or no? The answer is yes. Okay. So structure, finance, stream. Structure, finance, stream. So if we take the time to listen and learn, I can get you there. And I'll guarantee it, by the way. If you do what you're told, hell, I'd guarantee it in a second. But again, that's simple. This is a $50,000 card. Okay, right here, $50,000. By the way, this is my wife's card. We each have a $50,000 venture card. We have a bunch of 10s. Very simple. So what do? Here we have basically, I'd like to get you 10 of these or 7 of these or 6 of these. I'd like to give you $100,000 of personal credit. Let us understand something. Your dream, if you want $100,000 a month, your personal credit must be $100,000 personal. Why? Because that builds you this finance and structure for you. We are all going to have an old blankety blank day. Okay, a week, month, or year. Simple. If we want $100,000 a month for the corporation or entity, LLC, our personal credit needs to be $100,000. See, what happens is if you want the goal to reach it, you have to have the credit to reach the goal. That's how it works. I don't want you jacking this stuff up. It makes no sense. Why would you jack up your personal credit? Sorry, but most of you already did. Now, if all cards fluctuate, all cards, what again? They fluctuate, but 2. So what do we look at? Here we look at the American Express Gold or Platinum cards. These cards do not fluctuate. What does that mean? I got them to do a POT about 19 years ago now, 19 years ago. That means they have a pay over time limit. They're unlimited cards. They try to give you 99 more cards. Why, I don't know. Employees or whatever, that's fine. I wish you have 9 of these, that's about it. But again, the paid over time limit's 100,000. Now, let's watch. If I have these cards, because they fluctuate down to 29%, I have these are the ones I would jack up in an emergency or a blankety blank day, week, month, or year. This would give me $71,000 of safety credit. Write down $71,000. That allows you to protect your family up to 1 year going through an old blankety blank day, month, or year. Structure builds finance and dream. You will be a double CFO. You're going to understand God, family, money. This is over here. Your LLC, C Corp, S Corp, what do you have over here? If we do this correctly, it's very simple. Here's Charlie, you joined as well, all these other people. Sorry, I can't go through everybody because there's so many people. So we got Mindy helping to administrate. That's great. Like the likes, share the likes, tap the screen 1,000 times, and go to the 3 o'clock today. Get your free books. Now, this is basically, I've written 67 books so far. I wrote a book called Prove It or Remove It to help you with your credit in the first place, because I don't believe in credit repair. If you want a credit repair company to remove your negatives, you're just a crook ripping off your creditors, in my opinion. But again, what do? This is called winning the credit game. It's a free download if you did it now. If you don't do it, it's okay. It's on the open market for 50 bucks. So your goal is very simple today. On a live with the founder of the organization, Ray Reynolds, Godfather Credit, built $60 billion for his clients in credit and everything else over the years. Very simple. This is a free download, okay? All right, so I'm gonna put 3 o'clock. Yes, 3 o'clock in the morning. What's your point? For me, it's very simple. I start every morning at 3:15 here live in the morning. That's Pacific Standard Time. I'm up every day at 1:45. See, I get my 3 hours sleep. That's all I need, maybe 4 at the most. Anything else passes, give me a freaking headache. Now understand, this is winning the game, or winning the credit game. I'd like you to get the book for free if you did it in the link tree right now, because it's free. If not, it's 50 bucks or in the open market. You'll see my Lamborghinis that are part of the card collection for the last 50 friggin' years. Okay, I have 21 cars, had and have some still in the card collection. I was bored, so I bought 21 cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and all kinds of goodies. Mercedes, Aston Martin, all the good cars I like. But they're not mine. I'm not dumb enough, sorry, don't take it personally, to have a car registered to me. I would never do that to myself. The number one lawsuit today is a bumpity bump. Then they call these bloodsucker attorneys, the billboards on the freeway, and they come get you. Don't worry, when they sue you, they sue your spouse too. Because it's purely property committee debt. See, if we don't protect our assets, we're bringing the pain home. So never bring the pain home. Stop bringing the pain home. I own the rights to those too, so I want you to focus on that. Stop bringing the pain home. Never bring the pain home. Your goal today is to structure, finance, and dream. Build the structure, build the finance, and build the dream. What is the goal? $100,000 a month income. So you got your own goals. See what you got to do. It's simple. I'm just going to get you to $100,000 a month income. Is that okay? Would that be okay for you? So what do? Go back in history just a little bit more. In the late 70s, I trained Ken Yarbrough at Tier W, and it was the oldest card and fluctuation of 29%. So I'm the real deal, by the way. I'm not going to give you a bunch of hooey. I wrote a book called BS Doesn't Pay Your Bills Anyway. Now, Ken and I wrote a book in 87. I just got sorted through my head. So in 1987, we wrote a book. No problem. The book was called File Segregation. I didn't like file segregation. I felt Ken wanted to lie. Okay, I didn't want to lie. I don't know, it's maybe been the truth. This book shows you how to set up a new credit file and circumvent your previous one. I didn't like it. What I did is after we get done with it, I put it on the shelf. I created a division process, but Ken says that takes 3 months. Okay, so this is an instant credit file, but you still got to build it up. At the back of our books, we'd always show you, here's me with the highest kick, fastest kick in 1981. One of the race cars are Lamborghinis in the 21 car collection. One of the Mansons, one of the yachts. You'll find out I'm not full of crap if you do your research. But again, if you screw up my program, I'll put you out of the program. So you can't screw it up. All you have to do is basically not apply for credit during the program and don't jack up your credit cards. If you can handle that, we'll be okay. If not, then you're out. Simple. So if you share the live, we can change your life if you want to. Once again, I want you to download the book for free. All right, saves you $50. It's called Winning the Credit Game. I want you to learn how to put your credit back on track yourself. Next, for you and your kids, how it works today. So that'll help you put it back on track. This is going to teach you rules and tools. It's a free book. It's a free book. So what do? You download it for free. It saves you $25. This is for your kids, okay, high school, college. This is also for you. Put in your email and send it to everybody you know. Now I'm going to give you a procedure. I'd like you to write it down. You will be a double CFO. You're a CFO for family, God, family, money. Family became husband and wife is one, and then money. God, family, money. So CFO for here. You're going to be a CFO for your entity. That's LLC, C Corp, whatever you want to do. So it's very simple. It's going to be up to you. So let's pay attention. Once again, hi and good morning to everybody. David, or Bethel, okay, Miami, whatever. Sorry, there's so many people scrolling, which is great. All right, this is my 16th week on TikTok and social media. I'm almost hit 60,000 followers so far. Having some fun. So good morning, good morning. Share the like. All right, share the like. What do you get to do? Free downloads. DM me if you want someone to call you back. Simple. You can call 888-567-8688. Now, here's your procedure. You ready? Hope you write it down. I want your utility bills and your credit cards automatic payment. I want the minimum payment on the cards. Set minimum automatically. Okay? I want you calling 888-567-8688. I want you to opt out 5 years. This is the national mailing list. Get off the mailing list. They're trading information on the dark web every second of the day. So get off the mailing list. Now what happens? If you're paperless, automatic payment, then I'm going to want you to make an extra payment on your credit cards per week or bi-weekly. It's very simple. I wrote a program for Tier W back in the 70s, and they use it to this day on Spirit. It is fast pay, quick pay. So fast pay, quick pay puts you back there. Is that what it is? So if we did what I said to do, in 3 weeks, your score would jump 60 to 100 points. As long as you have utilization at 29%. If you did everything I told you to do, and utilization is at 29%, and you put a sticky behind every card, and you allow yourself to get these cards, if not, I hope you get them for them. Very simple. You would have a 750 score in less than 6 weeks. I'll say 6. I do people from 3 weeks, but again, it's up to you. You do not need to hire a coach to blah, 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 blah. I teach people for free. Free. Is that okay if you can learn for free? I like free. But again, I'm online twice a day, Monday through Friday, and I have 6 classes on Saturday. If you want to listen, learn, you pay attention. Structure, finance, stream. Structure, finance, stream. So again, that would put your credit back on track. You're a CFO for family. If you get a job today or you have a job, I need you to write down SS5. SS5, write it down now, please. SS5. When I created this in 1976, I updated it all the time. I kept updating it because I studied law and accounting since I could walk. Very simple. I wanted out of hell. This is Winning the Credit Game, which is the book. This is Winning the Game of Business. $1 million in the bank. Not my money, corporation structure. Let's understand something. When I invented Car Finder, I was going for a patent, about 12 patents, and they actually offered me a check for $1 million and gave me a little piece of the action for the rest of my life. That's what I did. That's how I got my first $1 million structure. But it's not me. I am a truly puppet master. I set it up 45 years ago. All right, own everything? No. Own nothing, control everything. Now they say all these things. They use what I put in the books and everything else. It's like back then, wait, there's more. They use that too. So I'm an info commercial. So let's understand. Structure, finance, stream. All right, you get opt out for that mailing list right away. That's what you need to do. Share the life, share the life. Today, all right, at what? 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today, I'll be in the next building over. That is the Ray Reynolds University, by the way. But what are we going to do? I'm going to teach you how to create your own blueprint, and it's going to be up to you. I will teach you how to blueprint yourself, personal, business, and your corporation structure, LLC. Once again, you must be a double CFO. CFO for family. Have to be. You're in charge of this, okay? Opt out, all right, what is that mailing list? The national mailing list is what you're on today. That's why you get junk mail. You get mail because you're on the dark web as well. The national mailing list, no one talks about this, and this is ridiculous. You shouldn't be on the national mailing list, but you like mail coming in, okay? Keep getting the junk mail. Let them keep selling you information all friggin' day. Go for it. If you don't get off the mailing list, you opt out. It's your choice. You get to opt out on the national mailing list. Very simple if you wanted to. But again, what do? It's going to be up to you. You can have the ability to change your life if you want to. Again, structure, finance, stream. Your goal should be $100,000 a month income to your LLC or C Corp, whatever you have. Structure. Once again, you must be a double CFO. That means family. God, family, money. That's how it has to be. Foundation. If you don't have $100,000 a month coming in automatically, there's where you screwed up. When I structured myself, very simple. I got automatic income, sold a patent, got it as well, and what do I get to do? AKA the truth. Well, that's thanks, Jimmy. What do we do? Okay? Share the life, share the life. I'm just going to put you in check. All right? Why? Because I want to change the world? No. That's part of it, but I asked and made a promise. I was 7 years old when I was crippled. Okay? I promised my Savior, Jesus Christ, that I would help people for the rest of my life if He allowed me to walk. I walk. So if you listen and learn, you get to learn 6 days a week for free. Free. If you don't want to learn, then freaking go away. I don't do this for you, but I can get you to millionaire and billionaire if you want, because I did it, so could you. Structure, finance, stream. Write down structure, finance, stream. That means you today, okay, being that CFO, the information I gave you so far, you line yourself correctly. Now we look over here. But again, what do? Your paycheck. Before we go to CFO for corporation, LLC, whatever you have, we have to talk about the SS5. The SS5, let's write it down. The IRS has a form on file with you called SS5. What is this? What is this? You're going to say money. No. This became a Federal Reserve note in August in 71 when Nixon took the gold standard out. There's two very important things you have to understand. Your SS5 connects your SSN to the 1040 tax return. You were told to get your SSN and SS5, probably you're 14, depends on your age. If not, because Nixon took the gold standard out, in August in 71, every mommy at the hospital, it's federally mandated she signs the SS5 for the baby. She has no choice. So again, this is not money. This is a Federal Reserve note. It's called a legal tender. So if you want a bunch of legal tenders, you can. But again, S is 5. Your paycheck today, if you got a paycheck from a company you work for, is taxed. Okay? Taxed. So call when they open, is that an opt-out or email this? Well, you call that now. It's a computer system to opt out. You don't have to call the office unless you want more help. But again, if you know everything else, so do it on your own. Fantastic. Then go away. Simple. So again, your paycheck. The S is 5. Your paycheck is taxed. Taxed before you get your check. You get the leftover. Everything you touch is, again, is tax, and probate when you're gone. All these circus clowns going, LLC, 5 of these, I've never seen someone as dumb in my life. Don't buy a house, sell me the water, blah, blah, blah. Biggest clown I've ever seen out there. Even though he bought my books 20 years ago, that's okay. What do we do? Structure builds finance and dream. Your paycheck, because you will have a house, it'll offset your paycheck. You will learn to break even. You will do tax balancing. This Saturday, my 6 classes, one of the classes at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is called tax balancing. Okay? Normally that's a premium class people pay for. But if you DM me, I'll invite you for free. I'll waive the $500 fee for the class, and you get all 6 classes on Saturday for free, the whole day. Spend the day of Ray. If you don't DM me, forget it. Why would I help you then? If you don't want me to help you, then just go away. Simple. I want to change lives. If you're serious about it, CFO, family, God, family, money, that's what it is right there. Share the live, DM me. What I'll do is send you some information as well. Get the books for free. Winning the credit game for you and putting your credit back on track. Starting out right makes sense. Again, over here. Now, let's say you did everything I told you on that side. Now let's go over here. Remember, all cards fluctuate. We need stick in the back of the card. 3 o'clock today, I'm going live again, and I'm going to show you for an hour and a half, have your tablet and pen in front of you. Tablet and pen in front of you. Why? Because I want you to have ready to go. Put all your credit cards in front of you as well. I would love for you to make sure you have stickies. I'm going to dummy proof this for you. Is that okay? If I dummy proof this for you, is that okay? But again, it's going to be up to you. The phone number again is 888-567-8688. I have 3 problems, major problems for me. I have recall in most things. I have an IQ off the chart, and I stutter once in a while, and I rub both hands and talk at the same time. Maybe there's 4 problems. If you can deal with my weirdness, then you're okay. If not, too bad, because I can't change for you. I can't stop stuttering once in a while and go, oh, that's what it is. These don't fluctuate. These don't what? Let's pretend you did what I told you to do right now. That means you have $100,000 of credit. That means you have $71,000 for safety. Then you don't bring the pain home ever again, because bringing the pain home is dumb. You're not dumb. You did dumb. You followed dumb. I'm sorry, your way sucks, my way works. I don't like your way. So again, this is me. Don't be offended. I'm going to tell you the truth. Now let's pretend you have an LLC. Fantastic. If you don't have one, it's in the link tree. I give corporations for free to everybody. Free. You file the damn paper. That's all you have to do. It's right there. Every state, every top corporation, right there in the link tree. There you go. So there's no excuses. If you pay thousands of dollars to an attorney practicing law, hasn't got it right yet, you blew your money. Because you didn't learn diddly squat. Well, I got a corporation for my what? A service. Whoa! Bunch of crap. Here are these cards. This is the cards for the corporation. Let's understand something. Flat out. Let's do this, okay? These cards here are a paid overtime limit $100,000. What do we get to do? $101,000. Okay, we do this. Now, what happens is on the gold or platinum business cards, they offer you a blueprint loan for $250,000. Is that good? Would you like a loan for $250,000? Maybe you would. What you do with it, you buy a franchise. You buy a piece of something, a laundromat, a car wash. But what happens for you is, my silly clients are out there, you need to buy a car wash or a laundromat. When I wrote the books 47 years ago, it wasn't to buy it to run the damn thing. It was to buy it to basically as an investment. See, your whole goal is up to you. Now, before we get to corporation, I want every one of you to take a picture of this. Take a picture. This is what I just told you to do. What I told you to do this. When is the class at 9 a.m.? All right, that's on Saturday. It's basically tax balancing. But you have to basically DM me, all right? Because if you're serious, I'll waive the $500 fee. Saturday, you can spend the whole day with Ray, 6 classes. Today's class will be 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And it's teaching you how to create your own blueprint to be a double CFO. You have to be a double CFO. Did you take your picture of this and this? See, this is what I just told you what to do. This, if you follow this, all right, blueprint right here, which I wrote Blueprint of Success, many variations. This gets you to a $750 in 90 days or less. You don't need to hire a coach and go blah, 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 but it's up to you. If you want to hire a coach, go for it. I think you're wasting your money. That's just my opinion. So today, this is this afternoon. What it is very simple. Today's 3 o'clock. Become a puppet master. Control everything, own nothing. Got it so far? It's right there. So if you want to play that way, we're going to do that today as well. So let's remember, okay? If you want the classes on Saturday, again, Linktree. All right, DM me, I'll give you the class for free. Now, the next thing is I want you to take a picture of this. I want you to load yourself with information. Peekaboo, right here. Take a picture. Peekaboo. Gotta have some fun. So what is this? This is auto income. This is your future if you're not screwing up anymore. This is your future my way because your way sucks. This is an organization, LLC, C Corp, S Corp, whatever you have. It's going to have 9 divisions. 9 divisions. Then it's going to have 18 divisions. What does this do? If your LLC today does business, they sue you. Sorry. Say hi, how you doing? Said everybody, there's so many people scrolling, I can't get them all. So hi to everybody. So understand something. If you did what I tell you to do, your goal should be $100,000 a month. $100,000 a month. Go from there. Next 12 months. If you get off your assets in 12 months, you'll have that. Come on, you're 45, 75, 20 years old, and you didn't do what you were told to do the whole time? Are you happy or are you disappointed? Did your friends and family rip you off? Have you to understand how to tie the pieces in, tie the knots, connect the knots, connect the dots? What do we do? So if you take a picture of this, this is your future. If you'd like a quality mouse pad, this one in my hand, one like this, I'll send it to you for free, and I'll even pay you for postage, free. All you have to do is DM me in the system, and we'll send you the mouse pad for free. But again, I do a lot of stuff for free for people to help them. It's very simple. I like having fun. Do you want to have fun? It's very simple. If we want to play the game, we should play the game to win. Don't worry, I own the rights to that too. Okay, why? Because my first series was winning the game of business in 1976. Do your research, ladies and gentlemen. You'll find out I'm not full of crap. I'm the real deal. I train Carlton Sheets people, Dave Delgado and Russ Dalby, the coaches, and I can train the coaches. I got a database of 50 million people. You might want to do some research and get off your assets and go get it. Your problem is you. Sorry, I'm just going to tell you the truth. If you want to play the game to win, you get to do that. Share the life, share the life. You see, like I told you earlier, that mouse pad, this is what it is. Now, let's pretend you're going to do everything I tell you to do. What a concept. Because it's not easy. Is it going to be easy? Hell no. You want easy? I don't know where you find easy. All right, maybe it's listening to silly clowns online. I don't know. So let's do this, okay? Let's pretend you have an LLC. Your LLC will have 18 divisions by the time I'm done. Why 18? Because it's 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit, which are $1 million of credit. And then we have 9 locations. Let's understand something. Here I have 2 cards for the parent company. Let's say it's an LLC, C Corp, whatever you have, that's fine. So here's $200,000, paid over time limit, $200,000, what do you do with it? The next card I'm gonna play with will be a Chase Ink card. There's 6 ink cards that they have. They have 6 ink cards, very simple, and I want to turn around because there's numbers there. I don't want you to copy the numbers because you're gonna go try to charge it. That sucks, okay? So what happens? Trying to help people. Now, here's 6 ink cards. They're all inks, okay? They say ink at the top, right there, ink. All right. Each ink card is up to $50,000. Okay? 50,000. 50 what? 50,000. So I DM'd you, thank you. Well, again, we're going to help you and everything else you want. Now, for the other person to understand on this side, You want to call the office? Again, it is basically 4:09 in the morning, 4:09, okay? So that means at 4:09 in the morning, no one's here for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. 800-254-9506. Guess what? That's what you get to do. So you're in a 12 months coaching program. All right, you know better from that. Fantastic. All right, so basically we can have some fun. Okay, so here invested, when are you know better, all right, should do better. Well, let's understand your structures, your finance and dream. So let's make sure they have you basically here. I always want to, if someone says they're in coaching, let's make sure they're getting all the, okay, I always want to make sure they're getting all the attention they need. I'm trying to screenshot that. Okay, there we go. All right, we played the game to win. So let's make sure. Now remember something, okay? It's only, stop, damn. That's what happens when I try to help people and stop the scrolling. I screwed up. Hey, I'm sorry. I've only been on TikTok and social media for 16 weeks. So I'm trying to do my best, and I usually just write checks from radio and TV for millions and millions of dollars, okay? So if you ever get stuck on anything, remember, we have a general manager. Her name is Brandy. We have a vice president called Santos, and we have me. I give out my personal email to everybody because I don't want anybody stuck. Very simple. So understand something. Okay? 800-254-9506. If you have any time you get stuck, all you do is call the office. Believe me, I will yell, scream, and make sure we do what? Whatever needs to be done. So I don't want anybody stuck. Being stuck frustrates people, and I don't want that to happen to anybody. So let's understand something. Here's 350,000 of ink cards. The ink card should be up to $50,000. Here's 350. Now this means very simple. Let's say the LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC does this. So here we have their paid overtime limit, unlimited. They'll tell you that front, up to $100,000. Here is $500,000 of credit. What are you going to do with it? All right, what would you do with $500,000 of credit? $500,000. Most people say real estate or something. No, stop, please. If your LLC gets sued, they sue you. This is how it happens. See, you sign for the credit as a CFO. See, there it is. You sign for the building. You sign for the car. So again, if they sue the LLC, they would sue you and your spouse too. I don't want that to happen to you. I want your LLC to have 18 divisions. 18 what? Divisions. 18 divisions. That's the goal. So every division has the ability to create its own credit file. When I set up basically division process in 1985 and 6, it actually let the corporation have babies. Every LLC can have 18 babies, if not more. Every LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. The babies are what? Division process. So let's understand something as we play this game. As we play the game to what? Win. Do you want to win the game? I would tell you to do business as a division managed by the parent company. Managed by parent company. Would you do if you had 10,000 and invest in something? Well, first of all, I would not invest the 10,000. I would leverage the money. Okay, leverage money. Let's understand. All right, we'll stop this for a second. Your $10,000 can be referenced 3 times 5. If you have a real company, that 10,000 looks like 30,000 on a piece of paper. They will loan you 5 times more. I don't like spending money unless it's credit. I don't spend the cash. All right, that would build, the 10,000 you build structure. That's all it is. That's money for structure, and that's what it should be. Okay, before you finance anything. So let's understand what the goal should be. Your structure builds finance and dream. But again, I would reference that. I do not believe you spend your money, all right, to start a business. Maybe for foundation. That's it. Foundation, structure, dream. Okay. So what I always want to do for people is show them how I financed into billionaire status through the corporations. How I financed into billionaire status. Borrow money is not taxable. All right, so what happens? Corporations do not pay tax till they're profitable. If I use this borrow money, do I have a better chance to win? The answer is yes, okay? I get to write this off. So here's $500,000 of credit for ink cards and just Amex Gold and Platinum. Now understand, there are 8 more cards I want to give you, 8 more. But again, you have the ability to do this. Now credit scares people sometimes. But when you don't have enough to screw up your life, always. If you manage the debt, can you get where you want to go? That's the ultimate goal. So what do? Here's 500,000. I'd like to do this per division. That'd be okay per division. Make sense? Now, the next thing is I would like to get the lines of credit at the bank. So again, a line of credit at the bank. Now let's understand something. The bank's going to give me up to 150, Wells Fargo, Chase, U.S. Bank, and B of A. So here's basically 600,000 of credit here. I built 60 billion of credit for my clients over the years and myself as well. You finance the dream. A puppet master controls everything, owns nothing, but he uses finance the dream. Debt offsets taxes. Again, what do? We balance your personal CFO, God, family, money. Over here, we finance the dream. See, no one's going to hand you $1 million. If they did, you'd piss it away. You'd basically invest it, buy a house or car. No. The money would always do one thing, structure. So here's the banks. Banks give you 150. What do? I like to do that per division. Would that be okay? When I created division process in 85, 86, it's very simple. Let's go back in time. You'll find out I'm the guy that's not full of crap. 1984, I am the king of satellite television. Those big ugly antennas. Manufacturing, distribution, retail stores. We're doing hundreds of millions of dollars in the satellite business. Same time, I own some Shakey's Pizzas, 31 Flavor, Subway, shopping centers, and condos, and all kinds of stuff. So I have all these corporations, and I have every type. And I'm doing all these pieces, it makes sense. But I got a letter in the mail from California Secretary of State. It said I must pay franchise tax fee per corporation. Per what? Corporation. So let's understand something very simple today. If you have an LLC and you listen to some silly person say you need 5 of those, in California, that means 5,000 ounces for the 5 pieces of paper. That's ridiculous. If you have the LLC having divisions, there's no franchise tax fee for division process. That make more sense? If your LLC you have today is named after you, I call that dumb number 1. If it does business, dumb number 2. If it actually named what it does, it's dumb number 3. The LLC should be a neutral name managing divisions. If you're going to be a CFO for the corporation structure builds finance and dreams, CFO, Chief Financial Officer, that means you must have 100,000 a month coming in. 100,000 coming in per month, period. Then you're going to go after a $5 million company because the IRS is $5 million below a small company. 97% of people fail trying to be an entrepreneur because they don't have structure, finance, and dream. So here's structure, finance, and the dream. So again, line of credit. Like to do that per division. Is that okay with you? I basically won the lawsuit in 96. Banks must put 75 divisions on a bank account, up to 75. So again, what do? Let's pretend you're going to do what I want you to do. You DM and in this link tree, you get to know me more. Okay. I have a silver Amex, but I don't grade it to the green because it only... Okay. First of all, green sucks. Never do green. That's called dumb. You're not dumb, so don't do dumb. The platinum card is not the silver. It's just basically what it is. Platinum card does not fluctuate. You never go green. You never go green. None of those other crap. You need, understand, platinum, gold, platinum, they don't fluctuate. The paid overtime limit is $100,000. The American Express, take a picture of this. See, whatever question you have, believe it or not, I can answer your question. I have recall in most things anyway. And what happens is very simple. I have an IQ off the friggin' chart. I was tested at T-Weaker Junior High at 14, and they stuck me in a government program at 14 and a half at Orange Coast College. So let's understand something. I've studied law and accounting since I could walk. So what do? We do the truth, but I'm not here to be safe an attorney. This is American Express on your silver card that's a platinum card. It offers you a line of credit for $250,000 friggin' dollars. That's when you would buy part of a Wendy's restaurant. You would buy a storage unit, a laundromat, a car wash. See, the reality of all of you, I'm sorry, your way sucks. I think it sucks. This is what it is. Okay, should we get platinum or platinum card to use it before we purchase a house? Why would you wait to do that? Do both simultaneously. Why? Okay, here's the thing. Here's Luna. Sorry if it's Luna. If I screw this up, please forgive me. It goes pretty fast. your house is an inquiry. Gold and platinum done on my dashboard, there's no damn inquiry. They wouldn't even know I got them for you. Peekaboo. See, if you got that card per division, let's understand, this is what I'm going to show you right now. If I have, and I try not to drop them because my fingers are screwed up as well. So again, what do? 3 divisions, that means 300,000 of credit. That is the possibility to create 10,000 of income per division. That's 30,000. Now, if you don't start building up the 100,000 a month, you're never going to make it. Your problem is you. If you don't build $100,000 a month income right away, as soon as possible, this world's going to kick your assets the rest of your life anyway. Now, if you have 3 more cards, not the same cards, because there's always a turd, you go, you're just picking up the same card. I get so tired of dumb, all right, getting a ding-dong every time I turn around. Here's 6 cards. That's 600,000. That is 60,000 a month. 60,000 a month. If I have 9 cards, all right, and I have now 100,000 a month, because I have 9 divisions, 9 lines of credit, 9 locations of something. I don't get it. What I don't understand is you, when you drive by that damn Wendy's restaurant, why don't you own it or own a piece of it? What is wrong with you? These don't work or something? When I wrote the book on laundromats and car washes 47 years ago, it wasn't to run them, it was to own the suckers. Everything you drive by, you should own a piece of it. What's wrong with you? If you want to create 100,000 a month income, that's your goal. That's what I did. Why don't you do what needs to be done? Why? I don't get it. At least my nose was itching. So, what do? LLC has 18 divisions. LLP, C Corp, Nonprofit, PC. Okay. All right, divisions. So it's like even when I did Helping Hand Industries, okay, it cost me $10. Now it's $30. Wow, it's in the link tree. When I set up the Orange County Blind Center, I did that as a kid. When I started basically teach our children, Nancy Reagan turned it into the DARE program. I did 2 corporations for Ronald Reagan 100 years ago. But again, this is just me. So understand, I'm the largest registered agent in the world. I've sold more corporations or gave them away on this planet 10 times anybody. Anybody. I built $60 billion for clients for myself over the years in credit. There's no reason not to get to 100,000 a month. Your problem is you. Your whole problem's always been you. You scroll through blah, 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 and listen to a bunch of clowns. I don't like clowns. So again, what do we do today? Let's understand. To qualify, once you get the platinum card or gold card for the corporation or divisions or both, you can qualify for this. They want to see 30 transactions. How many? 30. 30 transactions. Again, that's what they want to see. Okay? I've written 67 books so far. I got 40 right now being worked on, being edited all the time. See, I only need my 3 hours sleep. That's all I've had. From there, 4 hours at the most. Anything else is a headache. One of my new books is called Always Good. Thank you, Jesus. So again, we're working on it right now. What happens is Netflix has offered me a documentary of my life. So if I put it together correctly, Netflix will have the documentary out in the next year and a half. Okay, great. So we're writing that book for them to outline the whole life. That's what we're working on it for. So again, I want the story out there. It's very simple. Being used and abused as a kid sucks. Being dumped in a trash can when you're born in a taxi sucks. Being homeless sucks. Again, I don't like it. Even a trash can sucks. I've done them all. So the bottom line is up to you to learn and listen, and up to you to be CFO for your family, CFO for your own corporation or LLC. Again, for you over here. So we focus. Now, let's say you do not have, okay, the 30 transactions for American Express, or you don't have the $100,000 in and out of the bank account. In my system, I allow my petty cash accounts to be used for my clients, okay, if they're in a coaching program. Again, this shows you $215,000 last month, right here, B of A. This shows you $61,000 on this account, $61,000 on this account. So I allow them to use this in a coaching program, which is about $300,000 of transactions if they elect me as one of their CFOs. If I am your CFO, Chief Financial Officer, that allows me no power to do anything besides verify income and banking process on the behalf of your corporation. I get to help you even more, but it's up to you. If you don't want to vote me as an LLC or a CFO, that's fine. Then use your accounts. See, my program is very simple. You do, we do, I do. It's been that way for 50 years. I want you do it all, I'll teach you how. We do it together, I'll help you as well. If not, I'll do all the work for you as well. So again, you have choices. You have three choices to play the game to win. But it's up to you if you want to play to win. All I can do is tell you the truth. The truth. Remember, your LLC, all right, if it starts to make money, I'm going to try to convince you, good morning, Kim, to turn it into an S Corp. I know everyone out there in the circus clans, well, you got 15.3% employment tax, LLC, pull the draw, have your kids work there. What a bunch of hooey. I don't want your kids working for your LLC. It's crap. All right, yes, we have an employment tax, blah, blah, blah. You can pull the draw. Your C corporation should turn into S, so should the LLC. So let's understand something. You start to make money in the LLC and you're in 18 divisions. I'd like you to turn the LLC to an S Corp. It allows you and the corporation to file one tax return. It's called single filing. It's what it is. It's a way you can create up to 3 to 5 million and probably pay no tax at all. Again, we change strategies based on volume of money. The C Corp is double taxed. You should always start C, then when you make money, turn it to S. That's just my opinion. But I'm going to demonstrate today at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today. I'm going to be in the next building, the Ray Reynolds University over there, and I'm going to demonstrate for an hour and a half how you can create your own blueprint. Then I'll offer to do one for you if you want. It's up to you. Again, what do? Let's remember something today. You're getting older, slower, you're not as pretty as you used to be. Sorry. You run out of time. If you don't focus on $100,000 a month income to your organization, you're screwing up. $100,000 a month, period. $100,000 a month, period. You must be CFO for family, God, family, money. Family's husband and wife is one. God, family, money. CFO for here for the LLC, S Corp, C Corp, whatever you want to do. You must have division process. It builds a line of defense. Without a division process on an LLC, C Corp, then they screw up, they sue the Corp, they sue you. Bottom line, if they tell you that it's not true, it is not true, it is true. The LLC today, they sue it. You're the officer, you're the founder, you're on the bank account, you sign for the credit cards, the building, all the pieces. So when it bankrupts, they bankrupt you. Then they also take after your spouse. Because you do not have set up planning the problem. Every one of you should plan the problem so that way you don't get your assets kicked. But that's your problem. You never plan the problem, and most people run their life at seat of the pants. And that's what's crap. So share the live, Join me today, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be in the next building showing you how to create your own blueprint and show you how to be a double CFO. Your goal should always be $100,000 a month to the organization. All right. From there, you get a little paycheck, and paycheck is basically what? Your lifestyle. Awesome information. Well, I'm just telling you the truth. Thank you. All right. So guess what we do? Listen carefully. 3 o'clock today. So go, just a rundown real quick. Download the book for your kids and for yourself. It'll teach you all the rules and tools they never taught us in school when it comes to personal credit. This is a free download. It's a free download. Again, I'm at schools and colleges all the time giving these books out for free. Like tomorrow, I'll be at a school. Tomorrow, giving out 100 of these to the kids. Teaching them and what needs to be done. It's very simple. So guess what we get to do? Very simple. Let's understand. Download the book. It's free for you and your kids. You put it in your email and send it to the world for free, please. It'll save you $25. Winning the credit game is free today. It's usually $50. Okay, winning the credit game. In the book, you'll see if you open the page to the back, you'll see real Lamborghinis, and I'm not full of crap. I have a 21 car collection at the time. All right, about 21 cars in a collection. That's what I did because I was bored. Here's winning the game of business. I put this out in 1976. I've updated over the years. Then I created books for dummies, and I created books for dummies for the Millionaires Founders Kit. So again, you can structure yourself today, very simple. If you listen, learn, you join the live, and you basically go on 3 o'clock today for an hour and a half with your tablet pen. sticky tabs and your personal credit cards in front of you with your spouse or whoever you want to. It will repackage your life if you want me to. Very simple. Now I'm going to walk through the office. I got to get it set up a little bit. Okay. I screw this up sometimes. Hopefully I don't screw it up today. Again, I'm trying to basically take off the background. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. It's very obvious. I screw this up all the time. So hopefully I don't screw it up today. Effects. There you go. So I want to get rid of there's no effects. Okay. There we go. Fantastic. So I want to give you a little tour, if you allow me to, about the office and how the people and the teams can help you. Now, I asked Nick to show me this yesterday, and he didn't have time. Okay, well, that's okay. I want to take effects off this one as well. Don't know what I'm doing, but we'll figure that out, okay, as we play the game to win. All right, so again, I don't know what the heck I'm doing on this one, but guess what we did to do? Okay, what's this one in the middle? Okay, I don't like that. Okay. All right, let's do this one. Hey, I'm just playing the game to win. Okay, over here. Maybe it's this one. Okay, let's go there. Okay, let's go none. No, that didn't work. Okay. Hey, I'm learning as I go. Look, guess what we get to do. All right, so again, Nick didn't have time to tell me. I guess what? So I screw this up all the time. Sorry, I'm trying to screw up anything. There we go. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Okay. Now, I'm going to walk through the office. I'd like to give you a tour if you want to know what we do here. Okay, and we're not full of doo-doo. We have teams. We have a paralegal team that'll help you, very simple, if you want someone to prove it or remove it. Okay? That's the book I wrote years and years ago about personal credit. When I helped Ken Yarborough set up the system, he was security chief at TRW. What does that mean? I'm the guy that came with the oldest card, that's what it is, oldest card. Also, all cards fluctuate, all right, for 29%, but 2. So again, what do we do? I'm going to check the air to make sure it's not too cold. Brownie's our GM, and she's the loudest one in the room. She's our pit bull. In other words, she's everywhere. You got her nose everywhere because we want her to. So again, I'm going to go into the next building. This is Ray Reynolds University. It has a 501c3 exemption. It has a $5 million bond. We do not credit repair crap. Okay? I have 2,100 pictures of rich and famous people. If you notice, there's a president on the wall there. I've done 3 presidents of corporations over the years. Fishburne's nice, but Mama's sweeter than he is. He's kind of a turd sometimes, in my opinion. So what do? We just look at all the people. But again, we don't have this biggest wall we had in the Ray Reynolds University in 2009 before I died in a coma. So again, that was 22,000 square feet. We don't have that right now. So we go through the studio. The media team has been here now going on almost 5 months. I've only been on TikTok and social media for 16 weeks. I have almost 60,000 followers so far. Again, I have 50 million people in my database. I'm still in the process of getting transferred over here because I'd like to be the top people, if I can, on TikTok. If I was out there 15 years ago, I'd probably be one of the top people. Right now, it's F your grandma, which I don't like. Okay? From there, it's basically don't buy a house, sell me the water, and a bunch of crap. All right? The coma was in 2009. Okay? So again, what do? In this room this afternoon, I'm going to go through the process of teaching you how to do a blueprint. Okay? So again, how do you download books? It's in the link tree. So Don, if you can't do it, again, Jay here will help you, Mindy will, Kim will, all these people that love me and their clients and all kinds of stuff, they help. If not, you can always call 800-254-9506 later today in a couple hours. It's probably because you're on your cell phone. I've been told cell phones don't let you down things, depends on the type of cell phone. If you go on a computer, you can download more. Again, that's what I've been told. Don't know if it's true. Again, my expertise is law and accounting, okay, getting people to million to billion. This social media thing is new to me. For over 50 years, I write checks for millions and millions of dollars for radio and TV. So let's understand something. I was voted the second largest advertiser in California for 32 years. Every Tuesday, I would be at Orange County. Every Wednesday, the Bonaventure, Los Angeles. Every Thursday, Ontario. Every Saturday, okay, Long Beach Marriott. And that was 32 years, helping people like you as well. So again, all right, again, when things change in the pandemic and everything else, and more things are online versus in person. But and so I've been in the person or online literally for 50 years, 6 days a week to help people. And that's just been me. I made a promise, all right, when I was 7 years old, my first coma. Someone is going to say, how long were you in the coma? Pick one, sir. I was in one at 7 years old in 2009. Pick a coma, when I died and when I didn't die. How's that? So when I was crippled for life and when I was actually got to walk. So guess what? In this room today, we're going to go through the process again. I'm going to show you $62 million of credit that's live, ready to go, and I don't believe in trade line crap. These are basically simple. These are cards. What is it? Another 10 and another 50. So what do? We look at the $50,000 credit card, okay? This is a venture, no problem. This is my venture card for 50,000 bucks, my card, okay? This is the 10. This is one of my 10,000. There you go. So again, I'm trying to hold this at the same time, sorry. So I want to sticky behind the cards, sticky. That means I want you to dummy proof this. No card should be past 29%. I wrote the rules and tools. When I was training Yarborough in the 70s and part of the 80s, the reality is very simple, okay? I don't want you to screw this up, okay? So again, I gave my opinion. They took it for what it was worth. And again, it's oldest card, and then it's fluctuation at 29%. Okay, Jay, tell them how to do this. So they basically told you how to do this, download it in the link tree. The goal is very simple. I want you to change your life, if you allow me to. Of course, I dropped something. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, so this thing fell off. Okay, no problem. All right, so what happens? So again, I guess someone said it's way easier on the computer. Fantastic, okay? See, we get people helping people. What a concept. What if we all helped each other? What if we changed the world? Would that be okay? If we help each other and change the world, that'd be a concept. I've been trying to do that for 50 years so far. So if you want to help me, it's very simple, okay? I'll help you as well. So remember, today in this room, we're going to be talking about, all right, own nothing, control everything, and being a puppet master. That is our theme today at the 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today. Now, again, we're going to show you about personal credit and basically for you as well. All right? Trying to hold things all at the same time is kind of hard sometimes. Now, I'm going to show you my wife's cards for Amex because there's always some turd going, do you really have the cards? Ay, ay, ay. I get so tired of 1 or 2 turds every day giving me crap. Okay? These are my wife's cards. They're 100,000 paid over time limit. Simple. It's right there. What are we going to do? We're going to go after Amex because they allow us to get 99 more cards. Amex tells you, would you like 99 more? Would you like 99 more? I want you to have 9. That's what I'd like you to have, 9. What does that help us do? If we have 9 Amex cards, we create $1 million of credit, but that is 18 divisions, creating up to what? $1 million of credit. Up to you. We're going to take basically from the corporation or LLC, whatever you have today, we're going to look at the ink cards. Inks, I love inks. Why? Because they're up to 50,000 each. 50,000. Here's 350,000 in my hand. What would you do with it? Credit cards would buy Bitcoin, gold, silver, stocks trading. No problem. Credit lines put something in an escrow. Escrow. So the way I designed this in 1987, you can't screw it up. If you use a credit line into an escrow, and I line it up for you with you, escrow closes. Okay, the management company or whatever you purchase through whatever, could be a Wendy's part of it, could be a storage unit, laundromat, car wash. The management company finds out through the escrow. We actually tell them how you did this. We tell them this is the line of credit you put in escrow, using borrow money to finance the dream and get the auto income for the organization. They are going to deduct, all right, the payment before you get your proceeds on a monthly basis. You don't get to leave squat till they make the payment. We do not allow you to make the payment ever, ever. Because if you made the payment yourself and controlled it, you'd screw it up. Because there's always something that comes up. There's always some BS excuse why somebody screws something up. They always have reasons, and they try to justify a bunch of crap. I don't like crap. Because all your cards should basically what? Sticky time. We dummy-proof this. I didn't get to $1 billion structure because I'm an idiot, okay, at 21 years old. We play the game to win. When I wrote my first series back in basically when I was 15. You don't get it. When I wrote Winning the Game of Business, I wrote it as I was 15 years old. I put it out there in 1976. I was 16. Don't you understand that? What is wrong with you people? I don't get it. Turn these suckers up. I'm the real deal. And if you want to play, you play my way. Your way sucks. Sorry to say I don't like your way. But it's up to you to play my way, share the life, share the life. See, you can change your life if you want to. Let's work together. What a concept. Can you imagine that? Could you imagine you had a corporation or LLC with 18 divisions and you just created $100,000 a month income to your organization, which everyone should have did a long time ago. You're going out of time. I mean, I told you earlier, this is your time. You're running out of time. It is money, or it is foundation, structure, and dream. This is running out. This month's almost over. It just started, it's almost over. You see, this is the end of the first quarter. When we do things today, we're going to talk about and show you my race cars, my race Lamborghinis and Ferraris, the yachts, the U-Dock in Huntington Harbor, where I park my yacht. Where the hell would you park yours? I'm not full of crap. Unfortunately, most people are. Sorry to say, but it's true. So today, if you want to listen and learn to the truth, I've been helping people for 50 years, 6 days a week. One reason. I made a promise. If I could walk again, I'd help people the rest of my life. God led me to walk again. Then whole world records. Again, what do? It's choice. This is where our accounting department is. Burnett helps everybody. Sometimes over helps them. Guides them because, some people are silly or slow. Good morning, ECATS. How you doing? This is our vice president's office. Santos has been in basically real estate for over almost 40 years now. So if you ever have a problem, understand the foundation. There's a vice president. There's a GM. General manager, her name is Brandy. We have people that help you. So every once in a while I get a client go, wait, just stop. All right? I don't like clients being jerks because the reality is they're jerks because they think they're going to basically push harder. If you screwed up your credit, own your screw up. Do not blame me. If you screwed up a rapper rescore, own the screw up. Do not blame me. I put people in check every day. See, maybe you don't get it. I don't need your money. You understand that? All right, I don't get a paycheck for 40 years. I do this because I made a promise. That's the only reason I did it, okay? Here, or I do it today, we have Renette. Renette's been in the hospital off and on for basically almost a month and a half. We prayed she didn't die, okay? Some client the other day, what'd you get? Call me back. Ask Danny in the paralegal department. Renette will be back to the 16th, okay? The client's a jerk, okay? So everybody helped him and jumped through the hoops, no problem. Because he's a jerk. Not every client's great, people. Sorry to tell you, they're jerks sometimes. So again, you have Danny here, very simple. She'll help you, paralegal department. We have Daniel. Daniel's our IT engineer. Okay, Amazon did not appreciate him. We do, we love him to death. He helps us solve the process we're doing things. Okay, so now let's go into the call center. Call center is very simple. The back wall is always going to say, make a friend, make a buck. I train all employees to get to know the person first, okay? Spoke to Daniela yesterday, fantastic. We have people to help you. We're going to work our butts off, okay? I'm usually here 7 days a week because on Sundays, my daughter, my wife, or my son go to the swap meet or something else. When I have my free time, I don't sit there watching the game. I don't like sports. Unless it's martial arts or running or something, that's it. So I'll come here on a Sunday just for the hell of it. I was here Sunday on my birthday because my son and daughter and my wife were basically in this thing for the church. It was a 5-mile marathon for riding a bicycle. I have my knee screwed up. I'm supposed to have surgery. They gave me shots that don't work, so I can't go on it. So what I'm going to do for those 3 hours? So I came here on Sunday on my birthday. Okay, and what did I do? I had about over $3 million of credit for 16 people for the hell of it. I was bored. So understand, you have a team that'll help you every step of the way. So yesterday, we had this guy in line, he's a client. Okay, I told him he violated. He's complaining, his name is Joe. I told Joe flat out, man up, call the damn office, get off your butt and do what you're supposed to do. Here's a guy that started in January, late January. I added history. And he goes, because I made the score go up, he applies for a Capital One card and gets denied. It's, he screwed up the program. It's like, Joe, you got to have another wrap. You just screwed up what he just did. Well, I don't want to pay for it. Then you're out. See, it's very simple in our programs. As long as you don't jack up the credit, okay, and you do not apply crash and a wrapper rescore, we're going to get along great. But if you screw this up, the reality is very simple. Please don't screw it up. How hard is that to figure out? Now, Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Reynolds. Carl in Boston. Thank you. You're welcome. So I want to help the world change it. Is that kind of a big dream? Yeah, it is. I've had that dream my whole life. If I could help you, you can help 10 more people. Can we keep doing it again and again? That's the concept. So I've been teaching and preaching for 50 years, 6 days a week. Where the blank have you been? I'm the most verified person on the planet. I have 9 jerks giving me crap. I shut them down. Joe yesterday, he's like I told him yesterday, man up, hold the office. He's the one who applied and screwed up the rapid rescore. He crashed the sucker. He crashed the rapid rescore. Is it my fault he did it, or is it his fault? He's being a turd. What do? Joe, like this morning, because he basically did something yesterday, I stopped his credit reports. I froze it. He will call us today if we're going to call him. We're going to reanalyze and say, Joe, this is what you did. So what are you trying to do? Okay? See, I'm a guy that doesn't screw around. Okay? In other words, I froze your reports to get your attention. Call us. Let's fix your problem. Because what you said, basically, I'm not doing something. You slandered me, and I'm going to sue you for $100 million. I'm going to squish you like a bug and say, I don't like crap. So you got to fight for what you believe in. I fight every day. Always have, always will. So the bottom line is like, Joe's going to get his attention. Joe's going to go, please help me, I will. I want to make sure you understand something. You have to realize today, when I say, and you agreed not to crash our rapid rescore, you did stop doing what you did. Here's my problem with about 6% of my clients. I make their score go up 150 points in 3 weeks. Oh, look at that. I'm going to get these cards. I get all these invitations. I designed the system. You're not allowed more than 6 inquiries every 180 days, period. All right? Chase alone has a 524 rule. Write it down, 524. Okay? They have a rule of 524. If you get 6 inquiries in 180 days, you're stupid. I'm sorry, I can't say stupid. They get mad at me for that. You're stupid. You're dumb. How's that? Dumb better. So we have to understand inquiry count matters. Credit bureaus were started based on inquiries. That's what it was. Again, if we learn how to play the game, what is our ultimate goal? Family. Family is God, family, money. God, family, money. Simple. That's what it is for me. I have to be a CFO. On this side, I have to be a CFO for the corporation, CFO. I have to be a CFO for the corporation. I'm a double CFO. I have to be. My goal should always be 100,000 a month, period, 100,000 a month. Anything else is a bunch of hooey. It's a bunch of crap. We must demand $100,000 income to our organization, LLC, C Corp, S Corp, whatever you have. 100,000. Now you get auto income. That should be coming in automatically. I don't get why people screw this up all the time. You have the ability to get auto income. Then you're from that organization, get a paycheck. Your paycheck is offset what? House payment. The only way to do tax balancing is have a house payment. That's what it is. House payment offsets the taxes. So when you hear some circus clown going to buy a house, blah, 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 it's such a crap. Okay, sell me the water. You know, making 400,000, he puts them down, tells them they're nothing. We shouldn't be dealing with that crap. But again, what happens on social media? I'm new to TikTok, 16 weeks. It's frustrated me, 20% ay. So I go after this and I just get upset or basically pissed off, say, I can't believe they said this or that. Okay? All right, but again, that's just my opinion. So again, I'm trying to get used to this. How do you get used to someone saying F your grandma? I can't get used to that, sorry. I had a grandma, but she didn't have me. When I was born in a taxi, all right, my mother was 15 and a half years old. All right, I'm a bastard child. Can I say that out loud? On the way to the hospital, I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. Instead of going into the hospital, she put me in the trash can outside the hospital with a note. Went back home to take a nap. Was given to Mrs. Hope that she dealt from hell. So don't tell me about your bad, sad story. Nobody gives a crap. No one gave a crap that I was being used and abused as a kid. You didn't have a friggin' trash can. No one gave a shit. But I got to Tacoma. I promised God if I could walk, I'd help people the rest of my life. So I'm helping people. Some of you don't even deserve it. Sorry, half of you are friggin' lazy. That's just the way it is. The other half, you're going to be serious about it. That's great. Serious ones can help change the world for the lazy ones. That's how it works. So again, today we have the ability, CFO, personal and business simultaneously. If you're not going to get $100,000 a month, quit. Go get your job you hate. If you're not getting $100,000 a month income to the organization you're setting up, then don't bother. It's like, hell, just stay at the stupid job you hate. Let the system screw you over some more. Go ahead. If you're not going to be in control to be a puppet master with $100,000 income minimum per month to your organization, then you're wasting your time. Because that's what I'm going to demand you to do. And now I'm only going to demand you to do it, hell, I'm going to help you do it. And I'm going to drag you up the hill if I have to. Everything else is BS in this world. I don't like BS. Reality is very simple. You have the right to never bring the damn pain home. This country was built on we the people. Constitution, International Constitutional Law. One of my theses I did 100 years ago. I guess they threw their candle away. So the ladies' bathroom doesn't have a candle. Okay? Now, if I don't put one there, they're always like, where's the candle? See, every word you do and everything you do, there's always a comment. So what do? I try to get all the things fulfilled before I get a comment. Because I don't want to hear somebody's crap. Okay? I don't like hearing crap. Okay? There's always somebody complaining. Unfortunately, I hear everything. I wish I did not. But I like to forget things. I have recall in most things. I have an IQ off the friggin' chart. Okay? And I write with both hands, talk at the same time, and I stutter once in a while. And that suck. Okay? I hate stuttering because it makes me look stupid. And I'm a highly intelligent guy. But that's just me. But again, I'm not allowed to say the word stupid. Okay. Because I get banned. Here's Gary Vee going after your grandma, and he's okay with that. But I say the word that, and I get banned or I get blocked for 5 minutes. It's like, I don't understand. Okay, but that's okay. I'm just going to fight through the pain. I'm just cutting the candle. Once again, Brandy says cut the tip of the candle. Don't know if it's true or not. Been doing it because that's what she says we should do. So I cut the candle. All right. So today, if you DM, I'll send you the mouse pad in the link tree. You get winning the game of credit for yourself to put your credit back on track. Because I don't think you need a coach. I don't think you need to hire a credit repair company. But that's just my opinion as well. From there, the book for the kids, Starting Out Right, is for you and the kids to learn how the system works, rules and tools. Which you should have learned a long time ago. Ladies' restroom, lighting their new candle, so no one complains. So, what do? We play the game to win. Every one of you today could change your life if you wanted to. But the problem is you're lacking information, you're lacking the knowledge. Oh, good, now it's going to spin. All right, I guess I have to tighten that. Okay, well, what else is new? Okay? It's like the devil's trying to always knock me down. Well, it seems to be. But I got to fight through the pain. That's what we do every day. Okay. So, today you have the ability to change your life. I got my mouse pad yesterday. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. It's a quality mouse pad. Isn't that nice? Okay. See, I don't cut expense on anything. I never have, never will. So when you get a mouse pad, this is your future. It's quality mouse pad because this is what it is. Because I want people to change their life. What a concept. So what happens on that mouse pad, what's going to happen is she or he, or I'm sorry, I don't know. I believe it's a woman. Okay, yeah, you're beautiful. I can see your face. Okay. She's going to look at it every day, every day. What's she going to think? 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. I can't stop. Where does it go? If we stay going forward, no matter what happens, always good, we got to focus on that mindset. As a kid being used and abused, they'd always ask you, how you doing, little boy? What's my response back then to this day? Always good, thank you, Jesus. They'll leave me alone. I want them to leave me alone. Simple. I want them to leave me alone. Share the life, share the life. Today, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, you could be there on live with me for an hour and a half with your tablet and pen, sticky tabs, and make sure basically you focus and understand one thing. Okay? Have your spouse with you as well. And have all your friends join us, okay? If any of your friends bought a product or service or book from me, I'm going to send you 10%. You can make $1,000 today if you wanted to. But it's going to be up to you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to do basically check 19 bank accounts, 64 credit cards, and all kinds of stuff in emails. If there's ever a problem, anybody, all you just call the damn office. Email me. I give my email all the time out for free. We don't have excuses. So we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all. 800-254-9506. That's the office number. 800-254-9506. Make sure you always focus, all right, structure and dream. $100,000 a month income. Today's topic is 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. How to become the double CFO as a puppet master. See you there. Always do your best. Let God do the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.